for what they are, and rather than having problems, if you like, or just targeting a particular group of Muslims or groups per se. So here has been very good, and the governments across those countries have decided that they rather send students to New Zealand. And in fact, I've just been informed a couple of weeks ago by the Saudi Consul General in Auckland that they're expecting to increase the number of students up to 7,000. And they are paying for all that. You know, they are, each one of those students pays the scholarships, and they're coming here, and we are very happy to have them while they're studying here, and I'm sure, I hope they'll contribute to not only for their own education and when they go back and contribute to the country, but while they're here, I hope they're going to do good projects, good research, which is useful here. Even the Pakistani government has already sent 150 PhD students, funded by them. It was time when we used to give the scholarship to a lot of these countries. Nowadays they're funding themselves. And we got about 70 students at Massey and about 70 to 80 at Auckland University. So they are kind of people are wanting to go to a place where it's peaceful and people are living together in a harmony. And I'm delighted that our host community, if you like, they've been very good. They've been fantastic in terms of receiving these people. And at the same time, the students who come here and the migrants who come here, with the engagement we have with them, has been fantastic, and they have been very, very good. Now, before I finish, of course, as I said, now there are about 50,000 Muslims here, and there's a lot of now local growth happening as well. A lot of young people here, locally born, now sort of Kiwi's now, and they speak the proper language, the proper accent, not like mine, but they do very well. So alhamdulillah, it's great. But at the same time, this is a kind of thing I would say, it's a continuing. And we want to make sure now, while I'm actively involved with not only just politics but the community, it's my personal duty upon myself, I've taken it on for many years, that I want to make sure that these people, they feel welcome, and they live in a harmony in a peaceful way with the community here. Finally, I'll invite questions, but I just wanted to say about this topic that we have in terms of, I've got to read it again because I've forgotten what it is cultivating positive emotions for a healthy society. And it's fantastic. I think they're thinking about, Fianza, Dr. Musa was just saying to me how they had thought about it, that we got to make sure that we discuss issues in our next week. We have a number of programs, not only Christchurch but everywhere else, where they'll be talking about these kind of issues, how we can engage. This is Islamic Awareness Week, and this morning we had the first opening of this in Wellington, where we had politicians and other community leaders came around and we did the opening. And one of the things that has been said there, that while we're doing this awareness weeks the last 6 years, now I'm going to, I've been asking this morning, and I'm going to ask the Fians and other community leaders here, we got to go beyond awareness. We got to talk about engagement. Engage with the other communities, because this is not enough for me to just make aware what we are, what we do. We got to engage. I think that's where it's a bit of failing on behalf. I would say it's failing on both sides. The Muslim community, I think, maybe because they're new migrants, and they're shy and all that, but I think we're not reaching out as much as we should. We should engage with the other communities, let them know what we do, why we do these things, and then the next phase, of course, not only engagement but participation. And this is one thing I've been saying when I came to Parliament. I was quite happy, by the way, being an associate professor at Massey. But the personal reason I can tell you that I came to politics, came to Parliament was that I wanted to make sure that the migrant community, not only just Muslim, but the migrant community, when they come to this country, that they settle well, that they become part of the fabric of the society. They engage, they participate, because unless we engage and participate in the welfare of this country, whether it's through the school boards, or whether it's through local councils or at the national election, we got to be part of this. Once you're part of it, then you are not the others, are the outsiders. You'll be Kiwi, you'll be local, you'll be, proud of being, like I am, very proud being a New Zealander. My children who are now grown up, very proud being Kiwi, being Muslim at the same time, being Kiwi, very proud. But that can only happen if the people out there, the wider community sees you out there, your neighborhood, they all know what you're doing. And this, as I said, there's nothing secret about you. So why don't we get out? And encourage other people to come and see you, meet with you on iftar time, or Eid time, or whatever occasion we have. Let's invite more of them to our mosque. Why don't we do more of those engagement, not just 1 week in a year. Let's do a regular stuff. Let's get other people to come and see you. Let's be participating in other activities. I know there's arguments, some Muslim people, oh, I don't want to be part of Rotary Club, I don't want to be part of Lions Club, I don't want to be part of this and that. Why not? You see, those are social groups. Just like today is a Facebook, a social group. Those are the physical, if you like, real groups where you meet people, where you make friends, where you actually, in fact, they're so helpful. In a place like Rotary clubs and others, you go and meet with people who can be good friends. They can be useful to you. You can, some electrician, some builder, some plumber, some doctor can come and help you. You see, that happens. I've been to a lot of those meetings, and you make so many friends, and that's part of the beauty of being part of the Muslim community that we need to get out. And at the same time, we also got to engage with the other community, not just that, but the other faith groups, particularly the Christian groups, the Jewish people, the Muslim Hindus, and everybody else. Because they are part of this fabric of the society. And particularly, I got to say, the Abrahamic religions, the Christian, the Jews. I have said, I hope nobody gets angry with me about this. Now, there are issues there, of course, as the Palestinian issue. We know that. But let's, if you for a minute keep that aside, I have said it to other places, probably I said it to Hamilton. These Abrahamic religion, 3 religions, I would say we are cousins. Aren't we cousins? When you have a father, grandfather somewhere, who's a common, Ibrahim Salam, he's for all of us, for Jewish, for Hindu, for Christians, and for Muslims. So that makes us cousins, doesn't it? So we are from the same line, the same lineage. So they are, our cousins. So keep some of the political issues aside. When it comes to faith, we follow the same. And as a good Muslim, I have to believe in the Bible. I have to believe in the, Judaism as well. You can't be a good Muslim if you don't believe in this. So that's for those of you who don't know. To be a good Muslim, you have to believe in Judaism. You have to believe in Christ. That's a part of your Islamic religion. So this is everyday stuff. So what I'm saying is that when we are here as a student, particularly, while you're a student, it's a part of your leadership development. I became a leader because I did all those things when I was a student. As a student leader or a student union, active in those. Those are the formative years. So for a student who is here today, I would say use this time. It's not just studying, but these are your formative years. This is time to develop your leadership. And it's nothing better place than a Western place. If you're coming from overseas, these are the places, in fact, going back to the history, in the colonial days. Where were those leaders? Where did the leaders came from the Indian leaders? Where did the African leaders came? You know where they came? They were the guys who studied in Europe. England particularly. Gandhi, Jinnah, Nehru, and I don't know about Africans, but I'm sure they studied, all those over there. They learned their tricks. That's where they developed the leadership. They learned, they study law, and then beat the bombs on the same thing. You see? So this is a time for you to learn the local ways, the local custom, the local things, and you will be wiser for that. And be active in the activities that you do, whether it's an Islamic thing or whether it's other religious activities, be part of all of them. So today's message is